All right. Good morning, everyone. It is 8:59 on the morning of August 9th, 2021, and this is my strategy session. So first up on watch here is GNOG. This is an acquisition target by DraftKings. Dave Portnoy over there at DraftKings decided he has his eye on this thing. And in my experience, an acquisition tends to hit its price and pretty much move sideways for the entire day. There might be some blips here and there of some little movements and so forth, but most likely this is pretty much going to be the level that it's going to be for the entire day. NVTA, this is another one that is on watch. I don't think it's going anywhere though. It's funny, I only have really one stock that's really on watch. I think NVTA is a technical bounce here. I don't see any reason. There's no news on it. It recently had an earnings report come in that was a bit disappointing. I don't know. Other than that, I really don't know anything else about the company really. If we look at the daily here, you can see that earnings came in. It must have been after hours or something. I don't know. But the next day, in the following days after this sort of bump up to 32, the high here on the day after earnings was 32.41. It's just kind of sagged from there. Now, I don't know why it's popping up this morning, but I imagine, it's just really, I don't have a high degree of confidence in this one at all. And I don't see why it's popping up, and I don't see why it would go higher. I have an alarm on it. So if it goes over 32.41, maybe I'll play it. This thing's got to start showing a lot of strength and a lot of volume. It just looks like a technical bounce to me. Otherwise, I don't see any news or anything. Okay, USFD. Now they reported earnings, and earnings, there was a 70% upside surprise on earnings, which is nice. I imagine that once the bell opens, there will be profit taking. I have levels at $35.48 and $35.23 for support. So I don't know anything about the stock. I have looked at it before. It's been quite some time since this stock, and it's only been on my radar once before that I'm aware of. I don't think I've ever traded it, so I don't have a lot of experience with it. What I've seen recently is stocks will do one of two things. These stocks that fit this criteria, this trading strategy criteria, will do one of two things. It'll actually dip down into my price levels, or it'll run up, come back down, and then push past its morning pivot. I don't know how I know that if it gets down into my support levels, I definitely know that I'll trade it. I'm not exactly sure if I'll trade it or not if it starts pushing sort of a momentum style of move, if it starts making momentum style moves. So, I have 35.48 and 35.23 as support levels, and there might be another trade in there, depending on how it behaves. And then I've been keeping an eye on Airbnb. I bought 100 shares back here at $146.19. And so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on it. I'd like to see, I'll probably start taking some profit at 153.74 to see how it acts when it gets there. And then I'll probably take half, which is only 50 shares, but I'll take half, profit at half, and then see how much further past 153 it can go. The broader market here, let's see. So the SPY, if it opened up right now, it would open up 0.08% lower than last Friday's close. Things are looking pretty good on the SPY right now. it's bullish. There's nothing really getting in the way of this bull either. There might be a dip. It seems to happen at the beginning. Well, this happened in the middle of the month here, but it seemed to be happening middle of month, yeah. So maybe in the next couple of weeks or so, we'll get another little dip down. Most likely it's a buying opportunity. VIX is definitely under 18 here, this 18.2 level. Looking for the VIX to make a run down below the support line here. If it does that, the VIX or the SPY is going to be, off to the races. Bitcoin, big deal. The big deal is Bitcoin, no doubt. So I was looking for Bitcoin, and I thought I'd saved a squiggly line I'd put on Bitcoin. Let's see if I can find it again. Let's see if I just happened to take it off. No, it's not there. So my forecast on Bitcoin was that for quite some time it was going to be neutral and just kind of bounce between these price ranges for a while, right in here. And it did not do that. So now it's above 42,000. It came up. This is a big deal. Bitcoin is now bullish. So we'll see where it goes from here. But just kind of go over. So I had a head and shoulders on this thing. See if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. So here's the head and shoulders. Let me get rid of these other trend lines here. Yeah, get rid of that one. And see if I can get rid of, see this one. Yeah, all right. So this is my chart on Bitcoin here. And what we had was a trend. Here's the trend. Trend is going up. And then we got to a head and shoulders reversal. And this is a beautiful head and shoulders. This is textbook head and shoulders reversal pattern. We've got a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. The left shoulder, the head, of course, is the highest. Then the right shoulder is still lower than the left shoulder. And the neckline points in the opposite direction of the preceding trend. So here we have a neckline right here, this red line right here. And the neckline is created by the lows between the left shoulder and the head. And so anyway, I mean, and it points in the opposite direction as the previous trend. So we've got an uptrend, head and shoulders reversal with the necklines pointing in the opposite direction of the trend. And then it came down, Bitcoin came down, broke the neckline, came back, tried to tested the neckline, failed miserably, bobbed around for a while, came back up, failed at the neckline again, then bobbed around miserably for a while. And now here we go. In the past roughly 3 weeks, Bitcoin has come up and broken the neckline and then went above it. Now, the break above the neckline doesn't make it bullish. It only makes it neutral. So now here we go with this little 42,000 mark right over here was a previous resistance point that it broke through in order to get up to this level up here. So now it came up, hit 42,000 and came back down. At this point in here, Bitcoin was neither bearish nor bullish. But right in here, after it broke up here, came down close to 42,000 again and starts moving away again, that is very bullish on Bitcoin. So there are crypto plays that I have in mind for Bitcoin that I will start averaging into today. I'm a little bit late. I mean, because it was the weekend. A couple of these candles are from the weekend. Let's see. That was Friday. So the break above on Friday, I didn't stick around. I think I left the office by about 10:30 on Friday, So yeah, today is a day that I'll start averaging into some crypto plays. Then after that, let's see. Kind of interesting energy here. This is an energy play that I like to use. It's B&O. And in the pre-market hours here, these are previous support and resistance lines that I had on B&O. This is the daily. 1757 roughly, is a support and resistance line. Right now it's going to act as support unless it, gets broken. And it looks to me like it actually will get broken at some point. But down here around 1475, I'll be looking for a big move up from there if oil makes it all the way down to that spot. I don't think that it'll go that far. Actually, I think between 1682 or 1678, between these two dotted lines right here, I'm pretty sure that's where oil will find some support and then continue its move higher. All right, let's see. I think that's going to be it for the day. So yeah, there's only one stock that I'm really watching for a trade today, and that's USFD. I don't think there's anything there for NVTA. I just don't think it's gonna develop into a trade. I think it's just a technical bounce. And then GNOG, yeah, it's an acquisition. I think it's just gonna kind of hang around somewhere around. There's this $18.44 to $19 range, and it'll bounce around there all day, and it'll be totally unpredictable on how to play it. Okay, everybody. Yeah, that's going to be my morning strategy session. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, tap the bell, and I will see you at the daily recap. All right, I am out.